Good afternoon and welcome to episode 3 of my new kind of vlog. What is it today? 27th of January. It might look like I'm filming in the dark, but I promise you it is the daytime. It is like, I don't know, 1 o'clock. It's just absolutely miserable outside. Stormy, wet, windy. But yeah. Anyway, this week I haven't got any finished objects to show you. I showed you the stick season sweater last week. That has been blocked and has had its first outing. Oh, I'm wobbling you. My husband wore it to the O2 because we went to see my daughter at Young Voices concert on Tuesday. It's amazing. It really is amazing. There's like 8,000 kids. Biggest choir. Like, I don't know, they put it on in several places, but like the biggest choir in the UK, in the world, whatever. But anyway, they all joined together at the O2. He wore it there. So yeah, that's had its first outing. Yeah, so I've just got some works in progress and a little bit of yarn to show you today. So let's jump right in. These I showed you last week. These are Follow Your Path socks in my yarn subscription yarn from Under the Olive Tree. I got the name wrong last week. I should have checked it. Misty Morning, I think it's called. And I'm working on both of them at the same time. I've got my yarn cakes. This is new. I'll show you this a bit more about this later. Yarn cakes and my little yarn cozies. And just make sure I don't get them tangled up. I've done just the cuff on one of them. Look at the colours in that yarn. The lighting is horrendous because it's so miserable, but I'm sure you can see how lovely that is. And then this one, I've started the leg, which is where the kind of textured pattern comes in. I don't know whether it's not gonna focus for you. But what if I try the other side? If I stretch it a bit, you might be able to see it. So like here, you've got some kind of slip stitch. I can't remember what the stitch is called. Ooh, but yeah, nice texture in there. This does not want to, what if I, no, doesn't want to focus on it for you. No, it's not going to. But yeah, promise you, there is a nice bit of texture in there. Almost looks a bit like it's swirling round. You can kind of see that. If I go a bit closer. No, it does not want to. Anyway, yeah, that is, I haven't done a huge amount on that. I was getting kind of used to the new stitch and the pattern. I was away at the weekend in our caravan, so I did a little bit of that there. And then my scrap crochet blanket, I'm doing moss stitch, 4.5mm hook, moss stitch in the round I should say, and I finished the purples. How cool does that look? So as I said, I'm not going to be doing equal rounds. I'm just using whatever I've got. If I've got too much of anything in particular, I won't use it up, but the ones I've got a small amount of, I am just going with the flow with this. This almost looks a blue on the camera, but it's not. It's kind of a, I don't know how to describe that, like an ultraviolet purple type colour. A little bit of glittery yarn in there. So yeah, on to the pinks next for that. I'm liking how that's working up. And because I've gone up to a 4.5mm hook, it has, the drape is quite nice. This is quite a solid stitch, but it's draping quite nicely. And as it gets bigger, it will drape even more nicely. So yes, I think I've only got a couple of different pink colours. But I've got quite a lot of them, so we might end up with some quite big blocks of that, but it doesn't matter. It's a scrap blanket. So yeah, and then the final project, those I'll show you in a minute, is my Advent yarn project. This bag, I've been waiting to use this bag as a project bag since I got the Advent, because that's what the yarn came in. It's Curated Yarn Co. I should show you the, oh no, it's not on the bag. The logo isn't on the bag. Yeah, this was the Advent details, the retro chic Christmas cocktail party. I have actually had yarn from her before because she was at the East Anglian Yarn Festival and I bought some last year. I've even got my little, this is from a Crochet Society box from a good few years ago. It says practice makes progress, but it's a handy little yarn holder, and I've got to be careful because I'm part way through a row on this. I am absolutely loving this. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to show you the order of the colours I decided. I'll put a picture up here. I was going to go kind of random with the stripes. I'm making the Daft Days cardigan, by the way. It's the knit along for the East Anglian Yarn Festival by Rebecca Clow, which is what the stick season sweater, that's who wrote that pattern as well. But anyway, Daft Days cardigan, and it's got stripes. So you have a main colour and then you have stripes of colour, and I thought the Advent yarn would be perfect because you get small amounts of each colour. I couldn't decide what order to put them in, so I caked them all up, laid them on the floor in different orders, went for random colours first, wasn't really sure. Then I thought, well, actually, although it's not a fade, the colours are kind of grouped together when I opened them. So I took the plainer colours out because the contrast yarn I'm using is just undyed yarn. So some were a bit pale to go against that. So I took those out, laid them in the order I got them in the Advent, and thought, yes, that is perfect. So yeah, I'll put a picture up here of that, working from the yellow at the bottom of the cardigan up to green at the top, I think, if I can remember correctly. So yeah, let me show you the yarn caked up first, actually, because it looks so cute. I've put them all in this box. I used to make boxes, Christmas Eve boxes and stuff, and I had some spare. And I wanted a box to store it in, so I keep it in order. Look at that! You can't see the layer underneath, and I'm sorry, but I'm not taking these out so you can see it. But you can see a couple of colours I've used already because the balls are smaller up here. And then, holding the box open with my head, what I've also done is when I was caking it up, I used a lot of ends for baubles. So like the ends from one project I'll put in a bauble. And this is what you end up with. I love these. I'll put these on my Christmas tree this year. So all of the ends that I chopped off, why this isn't wanting to focus today, yeah, all in this bauble. And I've got quite a collection of these now. But yeah, that is good for not wasting yarn. Let's put that back in there. Right, I'm going to stop yapping now and actually show you how far I've got with the cardigan. I'm doing size 4, and look at that. Oh, the colours are not showing up. It's not doing it justice in this lighting. But I've got kind of golden yellow, and then like an orange, peachy orange, and onto a pink. And then what will the next one be? I was hoping to start one more colour last night, but I didn't get there. Oh, the next one is like a pink. Let me show you. It's like a pink, but it's a different shade, and it's mixed in with some kind of peachy orange shades in there. So I'm hoping to sit and do some more of this today. But yeah, it's kind of like a slip one, knit one type pattern. So you get these, each colour kind of integrates with the white in between. It's not like a straight stripe, which I really, really like. I love this texture. So yeah, I say I haven't got a huge amount of progress to show you on many things today. But yes, this is the one I'm most excited about at the minute. And I'm very much hoping, I should be able to, because the East Anglian Yarn Festival is in like the middle of March. So yeah, and I've done this over the weekend, so there should be plenty of time. Let me put that back in there before I start dropping my stitches. There we go. And the other thing I was going to show you, because that is all my works in progress at the minute, is I treated myself to something in Siobhan's Crafts update. She did an amethyst and labradorite bag, and in it, you might have seen this if you've seen my videos elsewhere, you will have seen this already, but it came with gorgeous purple pair of scissors. You can never have too many scissors. I have them everywhere. And then some stitch markers. I'm going to get these out to show you. I feel like this has been a bit of a rambly video this week, but that's kind of the point of these. So I can ramble on about all sorts of stuff. You've got the kind of pearly, it's not going to focus, pearly purple glass ball. Put them back in as I go so I don't lose them. And then another glass ball with some kind of purple crystals in there. No, it's not really not wanting to focus today. And then purple pom-pom. That's cute. I use a lot of stitch markers, especially when I'm making socks to mark my rounds, so these will come in very handy. Purple star. Oh, nearly dropped them all on the floor then. And then like a purple crystal one. I like that one. And then, of course, so we had the bag, we had the scissors, stitch markers. Oh, I nearly forgot what I showed you earlier. Yarn cozy. This came in it as well. These are really handy, and this was made by Sew Stretch Saw. Little tag on there. These are perfect for when I'm making socks. I already had this one. This was from All Wool That Ends Wool. Another one I discovered at East Anglian Yarn Festival. And then this one. Perfect for the theme of the bag as well. I need more of those. I've got 2 now. Might have to scout those out at the Yarn Festival this year. And then finally, the yarn. How amazing is that? It is sparkly. I got it in Sparkle Sock. The sparkle is not picking up on the screen at all. But I promise you it is sparkly. And it is called Labradorite and Amethyst. Perfect colours. And my favourite colour is purple. So I couldn't resist this when I saw it on the update. But yeah, that means on my kind of tracking my yarn, I'm going to have to add 100 grams. Still puts me in the minus because I used, what did I say, about 500 for that sweatshirt. I've had 200 grams come in. Be another 100 grams for the socks that I've used. The Advent, I will work that out when it's finished. But yeah, that is everything I have to show you this week. So I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Lots of crafting, lots of knitting, lots of crocheting. Let me know if you're enjoying these. I feel like today's was very rambly. But hey, yeah, if you want to see anything particular, let me know. Anything you can see in the background, blankets, hooks, anything. Let me know and I will try and fit it into one of my videos. But yeah, have a lovely week and thank you for watching.